Good morning everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the concept of Python functions, that is second unit. Already we completed first unit in up to yesterday class, that is break and continue statements. So today we are going to discuss about Python. So here functions, already we know function is nothing but, so function is a block of code and it is a reusable code. So once we create the code in one program, so that can be reused in any other programs. So that is the thing of function, right? Using the functions, we can create, we can use the same code in other programs also. So that is a main use. So that is called as reusable code, right? So here it is, we mentioned a function is a block of organized and reusable code that is used to perform a single and related action, right? And next one, the functions provide better modularity for our application, right? So we can, using the functions, we can simplify the small modules, and that can be used in so many programs. So that is the main use by using functions. So here one more point is there, that is functions supports a high degree of code reusing, right? So in our by using functions that can be reused in any long programs also, right? So here the Python gives us many built-in functions like printf. So whatever you see in our C, scanf, printf, like etc., right? So but we can also create our own functions. These functions are called as user defined functions, right? The printf is nothing but it is a predefined function, but using the functions we can create our own functions also. So by using these functions, so what are the benefits we will get? So let's see here. Here we have 5 types, that is 5 things of benefits we are getting by using functions. That is, first one is a simple code, right? So that means a simple code is nothing but by using the functions we can create the program, we can write the program in very easier way. So that is a simple code, right? So that that is mentioned here, similar and easier to understand, right? So a program code to be similar and easier to understand when it is broken down into functions. Several small functions are much easier by using small functions. So that can be very easy to create the modules, and that is much easier to read than one long sequence of statements. So this is a simple code, and next one is code reusability. So once we create the block of code by using the functions, we can create that, we can use that function in several places. So that is the thing of code reusability. Here it is, functions also reduce the duplication of code within a program. So there is no duplication by using the functions, right? So if a specific operation is performed in several places in a program, a function can be written once to perform that operation and then executed anytime it is needed. Once the function, by using the functions, once we create the code, that can be used in many places whenever we need, right? So that is the second one. And third one is better testing programmers, right? Better testing. So by using the functions we can test the code very easily, right? So here it is. So programmers can test each function in program individually to determine whether it is correctly performs its operations or not. So and this makes it easier to isolate and fix errors, right? So we can also rectify the errors and we can solve that errors very easily by using the functions. So that is belongs to testing. And next one, faster development. Suppose a program or a team of programmers is developing multiple programs. They discover that each of the program performs several common tasks. So every program can perform several tasks, right? So that means it does not make sense to write the code for these tasks multiple times. So for that, we no need to write the programs in multiple times. So once we create the code that can be reusable in multiple places and in multiple times. So instead functions can be written for the commonly needed tasks, and those functions can be incorporated into each program that's needed to them, right? So this is the thing of faster development, and the next one is easy facilitation of teamwork. So functions also make it easier for programmers to work in teams. By using the functions, the programmers can easily work in the teams, right? So when a program is developed as a set of functions that each performs an individual task. So every program can perform an individual task by using this, right? So then different programmers can be assigned the job of writing different functions. So for that, so different programmers are assigned to, so different tasks are performed. So by using the functions, they can write several different functions for that, right? So here it is, types of functions. So we have two types of functions there. So one is predefined functions, that is built-in functions, and the second one is user-defined functions. So here built-in functions is nothing but already created, that means predefined, that are library functions, right? So in functions is called as library functions are predefined functions. These functions logically inside the library. For example, here it is printf, exit, power, and square root, so etc. So many functions we seen in the built-in functions. And also we are also having user-defined functions. So that means user can also create his own functions by using functions concepts. So here Python programming languages allows us to create our own functions called as user-defined functions. These functions logic defined by the user. So which logic he contains, so that can be applied in that functions. So for example, here if you wanted to perform some mathematical calculations, then we can place them in separate functions with a proper function name, and then we call that functions multiple times. So that is the thing of user-defined functions. To implement the function Python program, we have to follow few rules, such as one is function defining, that is defining a function, and second one is function declaration, and third one is calling the function. So now let's see one by one. The first one is defining the functions. So here we can define functions to provide the required functionality. So which we need, which we require, that according to that functionality we can define the functions, and that contains one function name, right? The rules of defining a function in Python are given below. So which rules that contains, so that are given in below, right? See, already I given the notes to you. So let's see. Function blocks begin with the keyword of def, that is def. Okay, by using def followed by the function named and parentheses, right? So if we need to declare the function, we must begin with the def, and after that the function name will be defined, and after that we can use the parentheses, right? Any input parameters or arguments should be placed within these parentheses. We can also define parameters inside this parenthesis. So if we need to give the argument, function arguments, so that can be must given between the parentheses. So this is the thing of our defining the functions. And the first statement of a function can be operational statement, the documentation string of the function, or docstring, right? The code block within every function starts with a colon, that is, so this one, and is indented, right? So once we define the function, once we define the function with the def and followed by the function name and parenthesis, and that should be followed by the semicolon, and next one is the statement return expression exists in a function optionally passing back an expression to the caller. A return statement with no arguments is the same as return none. So here it is the syntax for the function. It is define function name, and so in the parenthesis that is parameters list is we mentioned here, and after that can be follows a function body. The body contains statements, and after that return the expression, right? So if we see one example for the function here, let's see. So here the function is there, the program is there. So here we save this and run for that program. So this is this output we will get by using the function. So this is a simple example for our functions, and next one is the function declaration. So the function declaration is nothing but function declaration will inform the compiler about the function name and no arguments. So the function declaration, why we using this? So that should be the compiler. I mean the function declaration will informs the compiler about the function name, right? The compiler can be informed the function name and no arguments. So that syntax is function name and parameters. So already we seen that. And next one is the calling function. So defining a function, only give it a name. So specifies the parameters that are to be included in the function and structure blocks of code, right? So మనం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నటువంటి ఫంక్షన్ బ్లాక్ లో ఇదంతా కూడా రావడం జరుగుతుందండి. నెక్స్ట్ once the basic structure of your function is finalized, we can execute it by calling it from another function or directly from the Python prompt. So following is the example to call printme function. Now you can call printme function, that is printme. So I am first caller to user defined function and printme. So again second call to the function. So that purpose we are using indentation Python. So that is in Python each line in a block must be indented. The last indented line after a function header is the last line in the function block. So already I told that. So here it is another example. So that is define greetings. So print good morning, print today. We'll learn about functions. Print I will call the greeting functions. So what I mentioned here, the function name that can be called here. So okay, so let's see. So here Control C copy, and so Control N and Control V for that. So this should be indented. So that purpose I am giving this one. So now save it. Save. That is fn1.py. Save. And after that press on the F5 on keyboard or go to run module. So this is our output, right? So this is a indented example for the functions. So now, so output ఎలా వస్తుంది ఏంటి అనేది, so that should be mentioned here. So when the indent the lines in a block, make sure each line begins with the same number of spaces, otherwise an error will be occur. So already I told about that indented, so that are mentioned here. So please read once up to here. So and tomorrow we will go for the designing a program to use functions. So that should be follows in tomorrow session. So so how the program will be designed, how the program is makes, and how to execute. So that can be seen in tomorrow session, that is designing a program to use function. So thank you very much. We will meet in tomorrow session. Thank you.